Hare Krishna. So Krishna has very beautifully answered Arjuna's question about who are actually perfect. The personalists, the devotees, or the impersonalists. And without second thought, Krishna said, my devotees who are rendering devotional service unto me, they are perfect. And then after that, Krishna spoke elaborately in few verses about how the worship of impersonal feature of the Lord is very difficult, advancement is very troublesome, and so many other details he gave. Now, after speaking all this, Krishna is speaking about the ease of attaining him by practicing devotional service. So let's see that in Shloka number 6 and 7. Yeto sarvāṇi karmāṇi mayi sannyasya mat-parāḥ ananyenaiva yogena dhyāyanta upāsate teṣām ahaṁ samuddhartā mṛtyu-saṁsāra-sāgarāt bhavāmi cirāt pārtha mayy āveśita-cetasām. So here Krishna is saying, Etu, those people, but the ones who worship me, how? Sarvāṇi karmāṇi mayi sannyasya mat-parāḥ, giving up all their activities onto me, being attached to me. And next, ananyenaiva yogena dhyāyanta upāsate. So this ananyenaiva yogena, this basically stands for the ones who are devoted to me. How? Without a deviation. One pointed focus. And then he says, dhyāyanta upāsate, engaged in devotional service, and dhyāyanta, always meditating upon me. And then mayy āveśita-cetasām, their minds are always fixed on me, Krishna is saying. So what about those people? What will happen to those people? How will they attain Krishna? Here he says, teṣām, for all of them, ahaṁ samuddhartā, I am the deliverer from mṛtyu-saṁsāra-sāgarāt, from the ocean of birth and death. Bhavāmi na cirāt pārtha. Oh Pṛthā, what do you think? I'll take time? No, I'll be swift deliverer of these people. So very nicely, Krishna is actually telling in this particular, in these two shlokas, that how he will personally deliver his devotees. There's a great hope. This shloka is a great hope for all of us. And this shloka tells us that how bhakti yoga, the process of devotional service, is the topmost process, the easiest process, and very quickly a person can go back home, back to Godhead, attain the ultimate destination. So let's see some of the important points here. It is explicitly stated here that devotees are very fortunate to be delivered very soon from material existence by the Lord. In pure devotional service, one comes to the realization that God is great and that the individual soul is subordinate to Him. His duty is to render service to the Lord, and if he does not, then he will render service to Maya. We have discussed this concept very elaborately in many of the videos in Shloka Day series. So, what is actually devotional service? To understand who are we, to understand who is Krishna, to understand our relationship with Krishna and act upon it. So we all know we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are spirit souls. Krishna is that Supreme Personality of Godhead. And what is our relationship with Krishna? Jivera swarup hoy Krishnera nityadas. We are servants of Krishna. Nothing else. We are just servants of Krishna. What is a servant supposed to do? A servant is supposed to serve the master. So that's what a living entity is expected to do. And when this happens, when this service is rendered to Krishna, Krishna's mercy is attracted. The devotee attracts Krishna's mercy, and Krishna swiftly delivers the person from this ocean of birth and death. Mṛtyu-saṁsāra-sāgarāt. As stated before, the Supreme Lord can be appreciated only by devotional service. Therefore, one should be fully devoted. One should fix his mind fully on Krishna in order to achieve him. Now, some points which Prabhupada is making here are extremely important for the devotees who want to attain Krishna this very lifetime. So here it is said that we can understand Krishna. We can understand Krishna, get closer to Krishna only by one process, and that is devotional service. There is nothing else which is available to get closer to Krishna like that which is given by bhakti yoga or devotional service. So here it is said that if this is understood, then what should one do? Here it is given fully, one should fully be devoted, and one should fix his mind fully on Krishna. One-pointed focused bhakti, this is what is talked about. One-pointed worship of Krishna and meditating on Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes. One-pointed. There's no question of worshipping anyone apart from Krishna. This is what it says, this particular line says. And then one should work only for Krishna. It does not matter in what kind of work one engages, but that work should be done only for Krishna. That is the standard of devotional service. So whatever we are doing, that has to be done for Krishna. This is the point. We have to work only for Krishna. And that's but obvious. See, now when we are working for a company, so we take salary from the company. So we'll work for the company only. We will not go and work around. We will not go around and work in different forms. Similarly, we are servants of Krishna. He is actually taking care of us. Then whom should we serve? Krishna. Simple. If logically, scientifically also we see, it's only Krishna who is our master and we are supposed to render service to him. So it's given, the devotee does not desire any achievement other than pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His life's mission is to please Krishna, and he can sacrifice everything for Krishna's satisfaction, just as Arjuna did in the battle of Kurukshetra. A devotee's goal of life is only one, that I want to see that smile on the face of Krishna. I want to please Krishna. This is what is the mood of a devotee. And to please Krishna, the devotee goes to any extent. He is ready to sacrifice anything and everything which is dear to his heart. Anything and everything. This is called as one-pointed complete surrender onto the lotus feet of Krishna and rendering service for his pleasure only. This is really the topmost bhakti, and this stage we all have to reach before leaving the body. If we don't reach this stage, then where is the question of attaining Krishna then? We have to. There is no question of ifs and buts here. Whatever it is, whatever state we are in, doesn't matter, but we have to reach this stage of working only for Krishna, dedicating our life only for Krishna. And what is the process? The process is very simple. One can devote himself in this occupation and engage at the same time in chanting. So whatever work we are doing, we have to continue. And along with that, we have to keep chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have to continue. We have to continuously keep chanting the holy names of Lord Sri Krishna. Such transcendental chanting attracts the devotee to the personality of Godhead. See, as of now, we don't have any attraction to the Lord. What we have got attracted is to the philosophy, and that's how we are executing devotional service or practicing devotional service. But now when we keep chanting slowly and steadily, when Cheto Darpana Marjanam happens, that is when the heart gets cleansed, then we get attracted to Krishna. That attraction is very, very important for a devotee. The Supreme Lord herein promises that without delay He will deliver a pure devotee, thus engaged from the ocean of material existence. So, again, this is a very nice point. Let's compare and contrast other yoga processes, especially Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga and devotional service. Now, in devotional service, okay, let's talk about the other two first. In the other processes like Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, the practitioner is endeavoring. The practitioner is endeavoring a lot, and then he, with lots of endeavor, lots of hard work, he decides when to leave the body. So in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad-gita, we saw that how when the person leaves the body in light, he goes to the higher realm. And when he leaves the body in dark, he goes down to the lower planets or remains on this planet. So in this way, the person literally endeavors hard. And he is always immersed in deciding, when should I leave the body? When should I leave the body? But when it comes to a devotee, it is said, Krishna comes personally sitting on his carrier Garuda. He comes and then he picks the person, picks the devotee, and he takes him back home, back to Godhead. I think in one of the videos I told about Sant Tukaram Maharaj. Sant Tukaram Maharaj was told by Vitthal or Lord Shri Krishna that tomorrow I'll come to take you. And Sant Tukaram Maharaj, a great saint in Maharashtra, he came with his entire kirtan team, and all of them they were doing kirtan. And at that time, Sant Tukaram Maharaj sees the Garuda coming, and then he's so ecstatic. And then Lord picks him up, places him on Garuda, and very nicely, Sant Tukaram Maharaj chanting and glorifying Lord Shri Krishna, he leaves this planet for going back home, back to Godhead. This is the glory. It's like, see, we are stuck in the ocean. Here it is given, mṛtyu-saṁsāra-sāgarāt. What sagar? What ocean? The ocean of birth and death. So our situation is like we are drowning in that ocean. And what about the other yogis who are there? The Ashtanga yogi, Jnana yogi and others. They think that, oh, we are expert swimmers. So I will swim across this ocean. Even if we are the greatest of the greatest swimmers, tell me, when we are there in the middle of the ocean and everywhere we can just see water, how can we swim and cross the ocean? We will die while swimming. This is what is the point. So how can the person be saved? Only when there's a rescue helicopter that comes and picks the person up from the ocean and takes him. And this rescue operator, rescue helicopter is Lord Shri Krishna coming on Garuda for all of us. And he just picks the devotee. And what does the devotees do? They just raise their arms in the ocean and they keep chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Krishna pulls the person with the same hand that is raised up. So this is a very important point to note. In Bhakti Yoga, the best thing is Krishna will pick the person and take him back home, back to God. Devotee need not worry, oh, when should I leave the body? Should I leave the body in light? Should I leave the body in dark? Oh, this muhurta is correct, that muhurta is correct. Doesn't matter. Even if the time, according to the astrological chart, even if the time is not proper, the worst of the worst time, still it doesn't matter, because wherever Krishna appears, that place and that time and all the planets, they all arrange themselves in auspicious positions. So in this way, here it is very clearly said that a bhakti yogi is carefree like a child. A child just depends on the parents and parents will take care. Similarly, a bhakti yogi just depends on Krishna like a small child and Krishna takes care. Only one thing that is there that has to be done is the responsibility of a devotee is to cultivate devotion and eagerness to serve Krishna. These two things we have to do, cultivate devotion and eagerness to serve Krishna. So this has to be done from our side. So only job description of all of us is we have to serve Krishna. That's it. We have to always be engaged in devotional service. And a devotee who goes through various difficulties, he has full faith. He has full faith in Krishna's promise that Krishna will personally come and deliver him. This faith a devotee should have, and a pure devotee always has this faith. No problem. Whatever I'm going through, yes, I'm going through a lot of tough phase of life. And a devotee thinks, no problem, I'll just tolerate and I'll wait for Krishna to personally come and deliver me. This is the mood of a devotee. And such devotees remain peaceful. And finally here it's given. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. A devotee of Lord can approach the supreme destination easily and happily, but this destination cannot be approached by any other process of religion. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad-gita, the most important verse, 1866, Sarva-dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja ahaṁ tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. So here very nicely it is given that one should give up all other process of self-realization. Give up all dharma. Give up all other different religions, those are there, and simply execute devotional service in Krishna consciousness. That is surrender onto the lotus feet of Krishna. That will enable one to reach the highest perfection of life. There is no need for one to consider the sinful actions of his past life because Lord fully takes charge of him. Therefore, one should not futilely try to deliver himself in spiritual realization, let everyone take shelter of Supreme Omnipotent Godhead Krishna, that is highest perfection of life. This is what we are supposed to do. Just take shelter of Krishna and practice devotional service. Rest of the things, the major portion will be taken care by Lord Krishna. Now this is what is given here. Now Krishna is going to speak something very, very important. In next 4 to 5 verses, Krishna is going to describe about different levels of devotional service starting from the highest level, and he'll take us down and down and down, and Krishna will say that you choose which level you are in. So let's see these different levels described by Krishna himself from next video onwards. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna